Have you ever felt the sting of disrespect? Maybe it was a subtle remark, a dismissive gesture, or even outright disregard. You felt it, like a wave crashing over your peace. But in that moment, as your heart races and frustration rises, you have a choice. You can react, or you can respond with strength. In a world that often tests our patience and resilience, the philosophy of Stoicism offers us a path forward. It teaches us not to seek control over others, but to master ourselves, to choose dignity, inner peace, and strength in the face of disrespect. Today we'll explore 7 powerful ways to handle people who don't respect you, rooted in the wisdom of the Stoics. These aren't just techniques. They're tools to reclaim your peace and maintain your dignity no matter what. Number 1. Set clear boundaries. This is the foundation of handling people who don't respect you, and it's one of the most powerful tools you can have in personal development and success. Imagine this. You're working hard on a project that means a lot to you. You're committed, focused, and doing your best. But then, a coworker or friend, knowingly or unknowingly, crosses a line. Maybe they dismiss your ideas, undervalue your effort, or ignore your input altogether. In that moment, it's easy to let it slide, to hope they'll eventually recognize your worth on their own. But here's the truth. People don't always respect what you tolerate. Respect often begins with self-respect. Setting boundaries is not about controlling others. It's about defining what you will and will not accept. Think of boundaries as invisible lines that protect your time, energy, and self-respect. They are essential for success because they let you focus on what truly matters without being distracted or drained by those who don't value you. When you set these boundaries clearly, without anger or resentment, you're giving others a framework for how to treat you. For example, if a colleague is consistently interrupting or belittling you, setting a boundary could be as simple as saying, "I value my contributions, and I expect the same respect in return." Or if a friend keeps making negative comments about your ambitions, it might mean letting them know that you're on a path of growth and can only welcome supportive input. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes self-mastery and maintaining your inner peace. When you set boundaries, you're practicing self-respect, which sends a powerful message. You take yourself seriously, and you won't allow anyone else to derail your goals. And here's the beauty. Once people see that you value your boundaries, they're far more likely to value them too. This not only improves your relationships, but also cultivates a strong foundation for your personal development and success. Number 2, don't get drawn into power struggles. Here's a simple truth. Those who disrespect you often thrive on stirring up power games. Their goal? To unsettle you, make you react, and trap you in a power struggle. By reacting with defensiveness, frustration, or anger, you're giving them exactly what they want. The more you get involved in their drama, the more control you hand over to them. Instead, remain steady and indifferent. Staying calm doesn't mean you're tolerating their disrespect. It just means you're not letting it dictate your feelings. Keeping your composure sends a clear message that their efforts to provoke you are useless. One of Stoicism's great thinkers, Marcus Aurelius, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Make this your guiding principle. Focus on controlling your response rather than trying to change their behavior. When someone disrespects you, try responding calmly or even disengaging altogether. If it escalates, simply walk away." This approach not only keeps your dignity intact but also leaves them with no power over you. Number 3, reduce your time around them. One of the smartest ways to deal with people who lack respect is to limit your exposure to them. Sometimes, interactions with difficult people are unavoidable, whether they're family, coworkers, or acquaintances. But you can control how much energy and time you allow them to drain from your life. Often, people feel they have to tolerate disrespect because they can't fully avoid certain individuals. However, you can still reduce their impact. If it's a coworker, stick to necessary work conversations only. If it's a friend or family member, avoid unnecessary interactions or keep them brief. Guard your own space, because the more time you spend around toxic individuals, the more they wear you down. You don't need to make a big deal out of distancing yourself. Just quietly step back when you can. With less time around people who don't respect you, you'll feel a greater sense of control over your mood, energy, and self-esteem. Prioritizing your mental and emotional well-being is an act of self-respect. Number 4, let silence do the talking. Sometimes the strongest response to disrespect is simply silence. Not every insult needs a reply, and not every rude comment deserves your energy. In fact, silence can often speak louder than any words. Disrespectful people typically expect and feed off a reaction. They want you to feel upset, to argue, to lose your cool. By staying silent, you deny them that satisfaction, leaving them scrambling for control. Silence shows strength. It conveys that you won't sink to their level or participate in petty arguments. Personally, I've found that silence can be one of the best ways to handle disrespect. Just let their words hang in the air. Don't defend yourself. Don't justify yourself. Let your silence make the statement for you. Next time someone disrespects you, pause instead of reacting right away. Take a deep breath and let the quiet take over. This not only gives you a moment to collect yourself, but also forces the other person to confront their own words. Trust me, silence can unsettle them far more than anything you might say. Number 5, don't take it personally. When someone disrespects you, it can sting and feel like a judgment on your worth. But here's a key truth. Other people's disrespect often reveals more about them than it does about you. Disrespect usually stems from their own insecurities, frustrations, or unresolved issues. The moment you stop interpreting their actions as personal attacks, you'll notice an immediate sense of relief. I know the trap of overanalyzing every harsh word or gesture, assuming I must have done something wrong to deserve it. But once I let go of that mindset, I saw things clearly. The disrespect wasn't about me. It was about them projecting their own struggles. This shift in perspective can be incredibly liberating. Instead of feeling hurt or resentful, you can observe the situation with emotional detachment. So remind yourself, their behavior reflects their character, not your value. You're in control of how much space their disrespect takes up in your mind. By not letting it get personal, you stay in control of your emotions and protect your peace. Number 6, know when to step away. Sometimes the strongest response to disrespect is simply to walk away. Allowing disrespect to go unchecked can chip away at your self-confidence over time, and staying in a toxic environment can have a lasting impact on your mental and emotional well-being. Walking away isn't about giving up or letting someone else win. It's about standing up for your own peace of mind. It's a firm decision to say, I don't accept this treatment, and to prioritize your own worth. When I used to think that stepping away meant I was backing down, I later realized it was really about valuing myself. You don't have to prove your strength by staying and tolerating disrespect. Walking away is its own form of strength. Choosing to walk away can look different depending on the situation. It could mean physically removing yourself from an uncomfortable conversation, or even making the hard choice to cut ties with someone who consistently undermines you. It could mean leaving a friendship that drains you or finding a workplace that values you. While these choices aren't always easy, they're essential to maintaining a positive sense of self. Deciding who earns your time and energy reflects your commitment to self-respect. Number 7, find a circle that lifts you up. Dealing with disrespect alone can be exhausting. Facing negativity constantly can make you feel drained, so it's essential to surround yourself with people who bring positivity into your life, those who see your worth and encourage you to keep going. Having supportive friends and family is like having a shield against disrespect. I can't tell you how comforting it's been for me to have people who truly care. Whenever I encountered someone's disrespect, they were there to remind me of my value, to listen, and to offer the encouragement I needed to move forward. Knowing I had a reliable support system helped me walk away from toxic situations and reminded me that my self-worth doesn't depend on others' opinions. Being around people who respect and support you builds confidence and resilience, which in turn makes handling disrespect easier. A positive network reinforces the fact that you deserve respect and dignity, and it gives you space to reflect and heal when needed. Their presence can shift your focus from the negativity of disrespectful encounters to the lessons you've gained from them. They remind you that your value isn't defined by others' behavior. Building a positive network might require distancing yourself from harmful relationships, but it's worth it. Remember, the people you surround yourself with shape your perspective and influence how you respond to life. When you fill your circle with people who build you up, you're better equipped to stand strong against anyone who tries to bring you down. Final thoughts. Handling disrespect is challenging, but how you choose to respond plays a significant role in maintaining your sense of self-worth. While others' behavior reflects their character, your reaction reflects yours. Setting clear boundaries, walking away, and refusing to be drawn into negativity are all ways to protect your inner peace. You don't have to accept treatment that chips away at your self-esteem. Here's what I want you to remember. You're worthy of kindness, dignity, and respect. If someone doesn't offer that, it's up to you to set your boundaries and protect your peace. Surround yourself with people who respect and value you, and you'll find it easier to hold yourself to that same standard. Disrespect may cross your path, but you'll be prepared to handle it with poise and confidence. So next time you're met with disrespect, remember the tools you have. Stand firm, be clear in your boundaries, and always choose self-respect over anything less. Thanks for tuning in. If these insights resonated with you, consider sharing them with someone who might benefit. Let's continue to build a community where respect and kindness are the foundations. Remember, true respect starts within you. Stay resilient and stay grounded in your own worth.